Why, hello there. It's me, Dinkledork. I'm back with another video. This time it's a just a dev stream video on questing, basically. So, um, yeah, right now what I'm doing is just placing NPCs for the Scourge event. These are going to be NPCs that you interact with, much like the NPCs in Stormwind. In fact, some of the quests are pretty much the same. I just recycled them a little bit, but there's also some new ones as well.
Hey, how you doing?
So, we're going to be doing some new quests on top of it all. And I will show you guys my various scripts, what do I do with them, and yeah, it'll be good. So, one of the things with me is I'm weird. I like to mix and match my my coding. So, some of it I'll use in SQL, some of it I'll do Lua, and just whatever is really convenient at the time is what I go with. So, yeah. Anyway, so let me look. So I'm placing two NPCs, so Orgrimmar Citizen and Scared Orgrimmar Citizen. The scared ones are not killable or attackable. The regular ones are, and I'm basically putting the scared ones in places where you would normally expect people to hunker down and hide during, like a raid or something. So that's what I'm doing there. And I've done most of the city already, but I've still got this portion left to do. And yeah, then I'll do the front of the city as well. I would say that probably the front is the most dangerous part of the city in this whole event, though. So just one thing to keep in mind. What is even up here, I wonder? Okay. That's fair, I guess. So yeah, I'm trying to put them in harder to reach locations, I guess you could say. Not obvious places, but kind of obvious if you think about it, I guess. So yeah. And I'll probably put one there as well. Put one last one in here. And another one right here. I have some Scourge basically spawning inside the city. So that's gonna be fun. I don't know where they all are. I don't remember exactly. I have to do this, but yeah. So I also put the shredders and the temporary mount vendor back here as well. I need to add some vanity, decoration, I guess you could say. But that way, if the Scourge are attacking the shredders out front, and you just can't reach them, then you can come back here. There's also some in the Cleft of Shadows, which is probably one of the safer places in the city, to be honest. So, yeah. Alright. I pretty much got done with all the waypoints for the Scourge. Right now, I might add some additional things. I gotta be honest, I'm probably, if I do an event like this in the future, I'm not gonna do it the same way. I like the idea of having the Scourge like coming in and attacking from the front of the city, but at the same time, it was just a really big pain in the butt, and I'd rather just have NPCs spawn inside the city next time entirely and not have to worry about that. But yeah, because like as much, I don't know, it's just really painful to script out and to put all those waypoints. I added probably at least 2,000 waypoints, if not more, and it was not a fun experience. Like, you know, it was something I basically did while I was watching movies on my other screen. So
from the ashes I rise to heed my master's call.
Basically something anyone can do, but at the same time, yeah. Oh, another thing that was funny. So some of the Scourge were getting caught up on these training dummies, so I actually added a spell in their rotations to kill the training dummies, because that's just the easiest way to get rid of the issue. So they'll just die, but it targets the training dummy and they die instantly. So what should I do? Right here maybe is a good spot. Then, once I got all these set up, I can start doing the ones that walk around. I guess I'm going to make them run around a little bit. And then I have another script that I'll add them to, which is called a NPC freakout script. So anytime they're attacked, they get feared, and they basically say a dialogue. Again, I'm just trying to create some ambience here. At this point, that's really all I have left, is to do the ambience stuff and the quests as well. So, and I'll show you who I'm going to be using for the quest giver as well as the vendor. So, yeah. Oh, that's actually something I should probably show you as well. So, well, let me get you a different example, perhaps. So, okay. So if you interact with these guys, you won't be able to interact with them. Instead, you'll get a... Oops, I didn't change that. You'll get a message that says to go talk to Putris, which is the quest giver. I need to update that, though, to make sure that we're talking about the this building instead of the Cathedral of Light. I recycled it from an earlier quest that I did, so that's why that's that way. Yeah, I mean, this feels really effective, and just after having done it inside the city like this, I just like it better. I don't have to worry about like wonky pathing. I don't have to worry about NPCs getting stuck evading certain locations. So yeah, some other things I'll probably be adding is some Dark Rangers as well as Sylvanas. I'll have a scripted Sylvanas here, but Thrall is actually already scripted, so that's pretty nice. And here is our vendor. So yeah, he provides a number of different things. I'm going to continue adding on to it. These were actually originally level 70 trinkets, but I went ahead and made them 55 because they were so weak anyway. And then I'll probably add additional level 70 rewards, but this is primarily a level 60 event, so I think for level 70 I'll probably be doing some sort of Legion type event. And then the War Herald is a person that you can go to get certain buffs, and they're actually spread throughout the city. So this particular buff just increases all stats by 20% and damage taken reduced by 35. You get a soul stone. Yeah. And like I said, it'll be, let's see, what else is there that you can do. I modified the mech wings so that they now give you 75 frost resist as well as heal you every so often. So yeah, that's fun. I added in my own Hearthstone and separated it from the actual Hearthstone. I did that because I wanted to have hardcore, the hardcore, man, blah blah blah. So I have hardcore challenges on this server, and I didn't want to have to delete their Hearthstone, so I'm having them delete this Hearthstone instead. And the Scourge event menu you can also access. I'll let hard mode players keep that, just because if they use it, they're not gonna succeed, I guess you could say. So actually, well, I think I took the death penalty away. Yeah, I did. So let me update that. Got so many Lewis scripts now. Earlier today, I was scripting out Prince what's his face? Prince Tenris Merkblood. He was not scripted in Karazhan. I've got to finish adding some loot to him. I added some additional loot as well. I would love to make a level 60 version of Kara at some point, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a moot point as well. Let's see.
Loktar.
And
Strength and honor.
GM off. Aha, that's why. Cool. So, yeah, let me add some. I'm gonna keep adding some scared NPCs. I'll show you guys some of the other things that you can interact with as well. Probably not gonna add one there because that's where a lot of Scourge come up from. And then I gotta take the civilian flags off these NPCs so that they're all attackable. And do a little bit of additional scripting with them as well. So, let's see. What's your name? Our citizen. Creature scared. Org. There we go. And then should probably add some in the center of the city. I'm just trying to test my spell out because this is a spell that I'm going to be using for
Blood and thunder.
My quest.
Thrall, what do you need?
Okay, good. That's good that it flags you as well. And yeah, I made it so that you, well, I'm probably going to take that interrupt off. Let me make that interruptible. I removed the interrupt for the bandage, thinking that you would not look funny when you did that, but alright, let me make sure. So, not castable while moving. There's a flag, by the way. Not target self. Alright, well, let me see. I have everything else there. I'm just trying to remember where the stupid flag is. That's okay. We'll just do that for now, see what happens. Go from there. Maybe it's in base. No, it's not. It's totally here. Ah, well. Spell is channeled. That's probably why. Let's see, self-channeled. Is channeled. Allow while stealth. Allow actions during channel. That's okay. I'll fix it later. Right now, it's just kind of funny. Actually, see? Look at that. But now, if I move... Alright, whatever. Let's see. Add a scared citizen over here. And another one over here. I'll go ahead. Let me see.
Your warm flesh will freeze under the shadow of my wings.
I also need to add some Lich King dialogue to that as well, to his waypoints, but that later. I really just want to get the core functionality of the event done, and then I can add pretty stuff in. Because worst case scenario, I don't get everything I absolutely wanted to get done on release, but at least I got a sizable portion done. So, and enough to actually be playable and enjoyable. But things like fog and stuff like that can just wait. Okay. Let me move you a little bit. Kind of particular about my NPC placement. That's fine. Some of this stuff you'd never actually see from Blizzard. Like they don't put NPCs that close to walls because it cuts off their nameplates, or they don't put. You'll notice that they don't put NPCs super close together, like this naturally, because their nameplates overlap again. But yeah, I don't think this is too bad. All right. Let's go ahead and add some to the front of the city now. Been working on a couple custom spells. Fell Rush. We'll have to work. Honestly, I need to work on maybe scripting that one in C++. And then Heroic Leap, I've been trying to get the values right, but it's hard to get the high enough jump. Oops, hold on. Anyway, yeah. Then a lot of these custom spells are just things that I was testing. This character has way too much crap on it, but that's okay. And yeah, see, they're all coming from the front now. Pretty awesome. Just, I don't know. I'd rather things just appear periodically rather than all at once, and that's something that's really hard to execute when you have everything attacking from the front. Now the nice thing is that as they die, it'll become more wave-like, right? But yeah, that's just one of the tricks. And that's pretty much how Blizzard did it for the most part too, but
From the ashes I rise to heed my master's call.
yeah, it'll be fun. Got a second boss, basically, that I need to add some lines to, probably. And I've got some gargoyles going back and forth. Oh, I need to make sure that this other spell works too. For this quest. What is it called? So if I go to my Lewis scripts. And let's see. Turrets. Basically, these scripts give me kill credits for certain NPCs without actually killing the NPC. It's just a really easy shortcut for getting kill credit, or just credit for quests completion. So thought of it myself, but I'm sure people have done it before, so Let's see, recharge. Let's make sure you work. Perfect. Alright, let me see. I want to make sure they fizzle because it's supposed to have a 25% chance to fizzle as well. And let me make sure I'm not getting any errors. Great. Seem like 25%. And okay. Yeah, let me see if about increasing that perhaps. Yeah, there we go. Attempt to recharge the turret has fizzled. I'll probably do a 33% chance. That seems about... let me make sure. Because if it's just going to start fizzling now... Okay, great. That's fine. So maybe 25% is fine. Yeah, so I have this script. Again, just cast it on the target, and it checks to make sure, it goes through a loop to check to make sure that it's one of the specified NPC IDs, the spell. If it's not a valid target, it'll tell you invalid target, and then there's a 25% chance that the cast will fail. So then that's where the monster kill credit for the quest comes in. I think it's probably because of me. I don't have the greatest internet connection at the moment, so. But the FPS is actually not too bad on my end right now. Some of it though, yes, like when the boss spawns in,
Your warm flesh will freeze under
that
the shadow
first
of my wings.
spell basically causes quite a bit of a drop in performance, so you might have to turn down your spell particle effects a little bit. I have mine turned up all the way, so, but yeah, I'd say it's probably just my internet at the moment. See, again, that's the spell effect again, but it's not terribly bad on my end. It just seems, it probably seems worse on your end again, but I promise it'll be fine. For toaster computers, you might have issues, but again, you'll just have to change your default settings to not, you know, look super far away. I can also change that in the world config files to make it a little bit less heavy of a load. I just want to make sure that players can actually see far enough to use these turrets in the distance. So, and can I hit you? Yes, I can. So, I might need to move that one forward a bit, actually. But yeah, HD client probably also contributes a bit, but not. I really don't notice it unless he's casting his big spell. So. Let's see.
From the ashes I rise to heed my master's call.
And if there ends up being some major issues for everyone, I'll change a few things around. It's not a big deal. Super easy to delete certain things and change spell visuals for others. So, yep. How you doing, man? Up to anything interesting tonight? Alright, I'm going to start adding a couple other citizens while I'm at it. So this computer... Oops. I think my, hold on, my sound just screwed up. Let me restart voice meter. Basically it's just make sure that, okay, yeah, it's 99, 64 gigs. It's not the newest, but it's not the oldest either, so yep. Playing on one of the SSD drives, the newer ones. So, except actually the game is actually not on that SSD drive, it's on hard drive, so yeah. Another thing I could do, let me just look in real quick, because it's always good when people bring things up to me, because then I actually look into it. Let's see. So one of the nice things about the configs in Azeroth Core is you can actually change your view distance. I have mine set to super high. I need to remember to turn some of those off, but let's see, distance. Visibility distance is, hold on. Dang it, hold on. Yes, there it is, okay. So like this, I could just switch to 200. That I could also switch to 200. These I have set to update a little bit lower, and they basically it just helps with performance as well. So, but yeah, that, I mean, those are things that you can mess with, and you probably don't need to see further than 150 yards at any given time anyway. That's, yeah, so the default is 90, so I have it well over twice the amount. So yeah, I just like being able to see super far. I don't particularly like the default range for like vanilla, for example, which is like 50 yards. Super bad. Let's see what their run speed's gonna be like. Alright, so I have these guys, and I'm gonna put them on my script to freak out whenever they're attacked. NPC freak out. Let's see, that's the wrong citizen actually. NPC delete.
Hail.
It's that one. Alright, so 400067. Okay, I added it already. So basically what this spell does is whenever they're attacked, they have a chance to run through one of these dialogues, and then they have a spell cast on them, which is basically fear. So we get feared for a couple seconds. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That's not fun at all, but I'm glad that you're able to tune in again. It's real unfortunate what's happening over there. Which is like the understatement of the year, but yeah. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna check their waypoints. That's what I was doing. Want to make sure that they're running at a decent speed and not too fast or too slow, because I'm gonna have them pathing around, and hopefully they're killable. Let me. Set. Fact. Maybe not. That's okay, I can fix that.
Well met.
Probably just manual downloads with notifications. It's pretty easy to just change a file. If I can get my hands on a launcher, an update launcher, I'll probably do that, but we'll see. For the beginning, it's probably just going to be manual downloads with notifications on Discord. I'm pretty good at updating people, so, and I'll walk people through everything as well. So yeah. Let's see. Right. Waypoints. And I gotta change you guys to be attackable. Hopefully.
How may I aid you?
But yeah, probably something akin to what Scully does, or did, since he doesn't really do a whole lot anymore. In fact, I asked him for some suggestions on how to do things. Yeah, the launcher that SPP has for their updates is super nice. I'd have to figure out how to configure something like that. So, if you have any good ideas, though, I'd love to hear them. Alright. So I promise this is not another waypoint stream, but I really wanted to do this just to make sure. And alright, let me just get my cheat sheet. Select all. And this is, what is your...
I have business to attend to.
Entry is 40067. Actually, hold on. That's not what I needed. What I needed was your waypoint stuff. Okay, 104 279. Then we'll go ahead and load you just to see how fast you run.
Better to do?
Maybe a little too fast. I'll slow you down a little bit. Alright, let's do a creature template. Then just a normal citizen. Try to zoom in so people can see more or less. I'll make sure that the flags are fine. Let's see, so it's fine. So this is the run speed. I'm just gonna set that to 1.12. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, detection. Usually the flags for being attackable are in unit flags, but it doesn't seem like that's the issue here. So I will probably test that out a little bit more. What are these second unit flags actually? Your template. I use this thing all the time. Highly recommended that you get familiar with your database. Generate power. Okay. Well, might have just been an LOS issue. Yeah, I need to fix that. Like I said I would. And should probably make sure that they continue to run even when it interacted with. I'm going to see if they do. I've got something else you can do with this. That's usually in creature add-ons. Let's see.
You are not amusing.
Right. I'm trying to remember what I named it. I think it's vendor in Orgrimmar. No, this is the quest for forgot the name of it already. Okay, yeah, that's something I'll fix. Romash hold. Spell it? No. Grow mash hold. I'm still deciding whether or not I should put like an arrow next to Putris, but for now it should probably be fine. No. Could give him a staff to hold as well. Probably script him for some combat since there's a lot of NPCs that come this way. I'm gonna go test the attack ability real quick on speed 5. Yeah. Alrighty. Actually, I have a teleport to the front. Alright. Let's go ahead and start the event, I guess. Yep, okay. They're attackable. That's good. Cool. So yeah, this is like really laggy right now, but as soon as I get inside the city, it's not so bad. But that's because on startup, and again, I'm not really having much in terms of like server instability. It's probably just frames, but it's only initially when things are bunched up. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna add a note. Actually, where did you go? Did you die? Probably died. Where did my citizen go? Yeah, so see the War Herald here as well. I need to add, I'll probably add some elemental shamans into the mix because Stormwind has things like mages and they also have paladins that you can get buffs from, but I feel like the Horde just get the cooler stuff because you get these mech wings, you get a shredder if you want to, and the shredders actually are pretty good. I had a weird bug where AoE attacks were hitting the player, even within the shredder. Oh, my GM is turned on. There you go. So, fix that. And you get a shield as well if you want. AoE stun, you can run away. And their armor's actually pretty good too. Again, this is mostly to help lower level players actually participate in the event. I'll probably decrease the amount of health that the repair gives you, but yeah. Then yeah, so mech wings now. GM on. Probably gonna make these somehow equipable during combat, but yeah, so there's gonna be a couple rewards. So some of them are quest based, right? The quest reward, a new currency, well, it's not really new, it's just a recycled old currency that I made into the currency tab. You can turn these in for various rewards, and there's also going to be drops off of the bosses that you complete. Those will basically be objects that spawn on the ground that anyone can interact with. It's probably going to give you a quest that just makes it easier for people to receive. I guess you could also probably put it in a chest if you wanted to, but only one person would get it in that case, so I don't really like that idea. Probably another thing I could do is just have the object spawn and then the player receives a chest or something for interacting with said object, so who knows. That's probably what I'll do, but the basis for like necrotic crystals is there. Like these guys drop necrotic crystals, and when you interact with them, it gives you a quest and you turn it into the Argent Dawn. Yeah. So these are the quest rewards at the moment. You get a Axaramus Death Charger. There's a Light Forged Talbook, which looks like that for anyone who's interested. And then a couple trinkets and some other things I'll be adding. I'll be adding more. That's like the early iteration. But as far as the rewards for the bosses, they'll probably be wings. The wings that I have in mind are... which ones? Trying to remember. I have so many notes, man. It's okay. Basically, wings. But they'll have a bonus effect as well. Maybe... yeah, I don't know. Maybe something akin to the back wings, but maybe not. I feel like this would be overpowered in the open world, especially if you're in raids. But as of right now, you can't use them in raids anyway, so if I go to... I put a restriction on them, I hope. Yeah, so can't use that here. Unfortunately, it says mount. I need to fix that. Lua scripts. So, I mean, because it lasts for 30 minutes, and I could have them remove it whenever they move to another zone. Players move to another zone, but I'd rather them be able to just keep it and hang on to it for a while just to have fun. And you can use it all over Kalimdor or Eastern Kingdoms. But, yep, no dungeons, no battlegrounds, and no Outland in Northrend. So, yeah. Let's see, I need to look. try to make sure that things are not overpowered, because that's not the aim with this repack. Let's see. Strict. Need to start ordering these a little bit so I can actually find things easier. It's in here somewhere. These are Molten Core bosses for the most part. I also have another one I added recently, but let's see. There we go. So you can use that here. Ta-da. So again, certain spells I've added to the script that you can't use anywhere other than their specified locations. So but yeah, any mount rewards I put in, I will make them typically something that's not been previously accessible, but maybe something that was in the game, or maybe something I backported. So yeah. Yeah, it's that spell. So let me see about how I'm gonna go and do, let me see. So gossip menus, I think that's in template add-ons, let me look. Gossip template add-on. So this is note visibility auras, nope. Okay. Creature add-on maybe. Nope. Let's do interaction pause. That's the one. So time in milliseconds during which a creature will actually pause to not move once you interact with them. So let me add that creature in and see if that fixes the issue. I'll have to mess with their spawn timers as well, which is not hard. Basically what I do is I have them remove their corpses after 5 seconds, which spawns them a lot faster. So otherwise I gotta wait like 3 minutes on top of the regular spawn time. But the normal spawn time you can actually mess with. It's just, yeah. Or 0067, yeah. Da. 067. Flight, I don't want them to fly. I just want them to be able to run and walk. So don't root them. And interaction pause timer, what is that? Is that milliseconds or is it actual seconds? Creature movement, template. But yeah, I mean, honestly, performance for the event was something I worried about initially. But I'm not too worried. I think I'm just hung up on it now. Alright, so run, hover, just do ground, which is 1. This will be in milliseconds, I'm betting. Yep. So I'll probably just do 5 seconds. Actually, let's just do 10 seconds. That sounds about right. Then I just want to test it to make sure, so I'm going to go ahead and restart the server. Otherwise, I can add to my script to have them continue their waypoint. So there's always multiple solutions to one problem. Dad used to say that there's always 3 solutions specifically for any problem. And then also on top of these city events, I'm going to have events all throughout. So I already have a Westfall event and a Redbridge one that I need to flesh out a little bit. But I need to add some Horde ones as well, and then I'll do them for pretty much every zone where it makes sense at least. So let's see. There you are. Let's see if this worked. Doesn't seem like it did. Alright. Let's see. So basically, when it's invalid, is where I've got to add waypoint. And this should fix it. Hopefully it doesn't make them start to the beginning waypoint, but I'll keep the waypoints close enough that they won't walk through walls and crap like that. So let's see. Reload scripts. Might have to delete you though in order for that to work. Let me shoot. I'm trying to remember where I put you initially. I think it was over here. PC ad.
Hail.
To load your waypoint. Okay, that's fine. Now. Yeah, so that's a bit of a bug, but that's okay. At least they continue on their waypoint. I'm sure there's actually one other thing I could do. Well, no, this is fine for now. I'll think about it. Kind of funny though. Let's see. Actually, where did she go? Because I want to make sure that she won't run through walls. I do interact with her and send her back to her waypoint. There she is. Alright, you're still a little fast, so fix that. Go interact with you over here though. The other side of this tree is a good place to interact with her just to see if she'll... Oh, she's not. She doesn't go that far. Okay, yeah, so she won't walk through anything. Great. But yeah, I try to create hints of where people should go and what they should interact with. And of course, like I'll have some sort of guide on the Discord, just not extremely extensive, so that's why I just put stuff like this in. Add one more here. And then I'm going to actually start on some of these quests. And I'll probably just make this one a walker. Yeah, EXP for honorable kills so I could level in Battlegrounds. And yeah, that's, I gotta be honest, that's part of the reason why I left the Sea Mangos. Because I'm really good at Lua, and I feel like I just wasn't using my potential. So, yeah, I get it. It sucks. I think original Mangos actually had Eluna, and I'm sure that you could code it in just fine. I don't know. But see, like, at least single player project didn't have Eluna. I don't know if C Mangos main has it or not. And V Mangos, I'm not sure either.
Well met.
So, just have some of you run around or walk around. But yeah, I mean, if you ever want help creating a script or something, just shoot me a message in Discord. I have people asking me, so I feel like this. Yeah, I'll figure out a better way to do that. All right, so quests. Let's do quests. And what are my quest items first and foremost? So I already have the groundwork set for a lot of these quests. I did it mostly earlier today. You want to make sure that you have your NPCs in place, your items, any spells that you want to cast on said NPCs during your quest. Where is the other one? There it is. So, as you can see, I have a ton of custom stuff. But, let's see. Teleporter, jumper cables, and triage. So, save citizens, recharge some turrets, bandage some soldiers, and then I'll have kill quests, and I'll have a trap quest as well, where you have to go around and place traps in various parts of Orgrimmar. So, yes. And I'm going to go ahead and start that now. So quest templates where you want to start, typically speaking. Depending on your core, you're going to have different columns. Some of them allow you to choose the amount of items that you receive on the quest acceptance for, like, if you need a key item. But for Azeroth core, that's in a separate tab. And yeah, let's see. So I have to fix a couple things as well from here. All right. Snowblind follower. Oh, right, I'm not at the very top. Okay. So trap set, ghouls in Westfall, soothing spices. First thing is you typically want to find another quest that is similar to the one that you want to make, and then you go ahead and copy said quest. For me, I already have this. I've just got to switch the faction for said quests. So I'm going to start with the Calming the Chaos, which will require me to go speak to the mage trainer here. So bring 8 teleportation runes. What is it called? What are they called actually? So basically, talk to Putris, go talk to the mage. After getting 8 teleportation runes, the mage gives you an item to teleport citizens out of the city. And then, yeah. Let's see. So, two-part quest. And what was I saying? There was some. Right. Rune of Teleportation is, I think, what it's called. No. Let's see. I even scripted Murky to have dialogue whenever you summon him, so. Yeah, Rune of Teleportation. 8 runes. Teleportation. 2. Whoever the mage trainer is, which I don't know in orgrimmar. I will speak to
Greetings.
last trainer mage.
Strength.
And what's her name? All right, the mage trainer's way far. That's going to be a good quest then. I was worried that the mage trainer was super close to Putris, but I forgot that they were in the Valley of Spirits. There's only a couple Scourge that spawn over there though. There's a number of checkpoints for players with various guards that they can run to if they have aggro, if they're lower level. And mostly over here are just Frostbrood Whelps anyway, and Frostbrood Whelps are on a level range anywhere between like level 15 and 55, so most of the time they're not a big deal to handle. So let's see.
How you doing?
Don't be shy.
I just want to see who I want to take it to. Probably the portal trainer is who I want to add the quest to. If it'll let me.
Who you be?
Yes,
Hey there.
it will. Thule. Alrighty. Patient 2, Thule. In to use whatever. Valley of Spirits. So, log description, basically the short version of what you need to do. There's a couple actually, but let's see. So, I need to make you a new ID. Sorry. That's another thing. Make sure it's new ID. And these are daily quests that I will be adding flags for as well. So players can repeat these. And next question chain is going to be 3006. You want to define the next quest as well as the previous quest if your core has it. I know Sea Mangos does, but start items. I don't know why you have a start item. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, good. It's a good thing I didn't mess with that. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Refresh so that we go all the way to the top. Then I'll make sure that the required faction. Okay, so this actually could technically be done by both sides, but since the NPC that's giving the quest is Horde, only Horde can do the quest anyway, so I'm not really worried about adding a faction to said thing. So 4349 is that.
The Noru
What
have
brings
not
you
forgotten
here?
us.
I think that's the yeah, that's the rune. Okay. So that's currency. You get currency for doing that, and then this is the quest item that we need to put in. Um, so, hold on. Dang it, I didn't mean to do that. Let me dismiss Murky real quick. Alright, so flags, usually important. Make sure you check those with your database wiki page. Quest ID sort, and I think this is for the type of quest it is, and so -377 is for the Scourge event. And suggest group number, reward bonus money, this is money on top of what you get for experience. And then the start item, so start item is a item that you need in order to complete the quest, which usually has a spell. Then reward item is going to be the I'm not going to reward it here, I'm actually going to make it a starter item on the next quest. I didn't do that for the previous one, but that's okay. And item drop is basically if you have required components for your quest, you put that here. So rate of teleportation is 17031. And faction, if you want to add faction rewards, you can do that. I really don't think I want to. Remove that. I might come back and reiterate on that, but let's see. I think for now, like Argent Dawn might be a good faction to add that to. I'll probably do that. But for right now, I just want to get this done. You can add a time allowed function. I actually want to do this for pretty much all the quests here, so I'm going to do, well, I'll mess with that later. I just need to remember to actually do that, because I do like time restrictions on quests. So adventure, I'm going to just copy this out here because I can't really read it in this tiny description. It's the wrong one, let's see. And again, I'm just changing minor details because I already did this for one faction. Blank one, I need a blank one. Alright. So that is useless. Let's just put it in Discord. Adventure, the city of Stormwind is in grave danger. It's under attack. So, yeah, just change whatever you want the quest to actually say. There's also, if you notice, there's this dollar bill, $dollar bill, that creates a new paragraph. Panic. So, need you to gather 8 runes of teleportation. Probably won't be able to see a whole lot of this, and I'm sorry I can't zoom in. And bringing them to what's his face? Thule. This guy. Portal Master. Thule. He knows. He can create an item that will allow you to teleport citizens to safety. In Undercity. Safely to Undercity. Let's see. Once he's given you what you need, use the teleporter. Seek out the citizens. Find and guide them to safety. Be warned, the area is not safe. The scourge is roaming the streets looking for prey. You must be very careful. Must be careful and act quickly. The safety of our citizens rests on your shoulders. And this is just saying Portal Master Thule can be found. I just like to be very clear with my quests. Some of them, if I'm doing like a discovery type quest or something that requires the player to search around, I'll be more cryptic, but for stuff like this, where it's very specific what I need them to do, I want to make sure that they actually get all the information they need. I don't know how new players are going to be, so that's just an assumption. I don't want to go based off of the Valley of Spirits, and it's possible that people have not played on one of the factions before, so once he's doing that, let's go ahead and copy that, and we're going to paste it into the quest description. Quest completion log, if you want, you could put in go to Thule. I don't care. Let's see, I don't have required, these are required NPCs or game objects, so if you're collecting some weed or something like that. Required item is the Rune of Portals, sorry, teleportation, so 17031. So players are also going to have to find a vendor with teleportation runes. Unfortunately, it's a little bit easier because you have Murky, but for hardcore players, people who opt in for hardcore mode, Murky will actually be removed. So yeah, I actually really like Horde. I don't like Orgrimmar. I really don't. I really don't like the Barons either, but yeah. Yep. 17031. So required ID 1, and then the item count for that as well. And objective text. This is basically runes. This is a super simple description of what you would need to do. The reason why is that each time you get, like, if you purchase a rune of teleportation, it'll have like a 1 of 8 done, and that's what this text is. So let's see, I believe, honestly, I don't remember precisely, but I think that's what it does, and we can change things if needed. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go into quest template add-on and make sure that I don't need anything else. So provided item count, I don't have a provided item count, and I want to see the special flags. I think the special flag here means daily. So But yeah, I usually play Alliance and then switch to Horde once TBC comes out. Like that's, or even Wrath. But yeah, as far as vanilla zones go, I don't really do a whole lot. Let's see, special flags makes the quest repeatable, and you actually want to make sure that this flag is enabled if you're planning on making it a daily. Otherwise, the server will yell at you that it doesn't have the correct flags. Ask me how I know. So yeah, max level. Max level is going to be really fun. I'm actually planning on doing some stuff with, like, okay, you can't do a quest beyond a certain level, probably mostly for hard mode quests, but provided item count 0, flags 1. That's all I really need. All this other stuff you can read up on. And then I want to do creature. Actually, there's a couple things. Hold on. So, game events. Game event creature quest is where the quest starts for game events. So for event 17, I'm just going to go ahead and add in the quest, which is 30005, and then the NPC ID is in the middle. So Putris.
Barkanan Poros.
Look at creature. 400064. And this will make sure that I can't start the quest unless I speak, or unless the event's going on. If you happen to be in the same area as him when the event starts, the quest won't actually show up. You have to leave the area and then come back, but there's not much you can do about that. So, and then the next thing that I'm going to do, so normally you just want to put this in creature event quest, the normal one. Otherwise, yeah. So let's see, so creature quest starter is what you would normally put it in, and creature quest ender. So Sea Mangos does this really annoyingly. So creature involved relation is where the quest ends, and I'm trying to remember what else. That's the one that matters. So creature involved relation where the quest ends, and then the other one is where it starts. So just keep that in mind. Let's see, so quest ender. There's not a quest ender for events, simply because the NPC, if it's associated with an event, will disappear anyway. So 00064. And we're gonna go ahead and test this out, because I think that's pretty much it for that quest. Oh, right. So Putris, you want to make sure that you don't do the same mistake that I did. Putris is not the quest ender for this one. This is the quest ender, so NPC info. And then also make sure that your NPCs are flagged to give and receive quests, and there's flags for that under creature template, under NPC flags. So 5958. Great. And we're just gonna go ahead and test it out. So event server shutdown 1. For me, I just like Blood Elves. If I could get a retro port of Void Elves over to the Alliance, I'd probably play those. I might do that at some point. I'm just not an artist. I don't do a lot of the graphics stuff, so. But, you know, with AI, that's probably going to be solved.
From the ashes I rise to heed my master's call.
Alright, let's see. So this is obviously not a very fast mount, and that's because it's a Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor mount that I made. And I did not want it to compete with Outland or Northrend mounts. But you'll be able to upgrade its flight speed later on. So let's see. Alright, so maybe I should have started the event further away. Start 17. Oops. Okay, I need to go further apparently. Let's see, so GM on teleport Stormwind. And I'll come back. Kind of feel bad about the invasion event with Stormwind now because I didn't have the flying patch
To heed my master's call.
when I made that event, but at the same time, I think it's fine to have something that doesn't really need flying. I like the Stormwind event already. I might add turrets to it, but other than that, yeah. I'd also need to update the NPCs to be custom ones that I can have not regenerate health, so that's... yeah, otherwise turrets become a moot point. Just started learning SQL and got my own server compiled via Azeroth Core. Your videos have been very informative. Thanks, man. I hope so. I love Azeroth Core. I think it's probably the best core that's come out yet. And looks like I don't have a flag for you, so let me make sure I don't have something weird going on. So if your quest is not showing up, it's usually because the creature doesn't have the proper flags. And 400064, you have vendor flags, I know that much. So NPC flags should be fine. Maybe I put in a number wrong. Creature template. How are you liking Azeroth Core so far? Are you doing like an individual progression type thing, or what are you doing? Quest giver, gossip. 28. So yeah, 231. Probably just didn't put something right. So feature template. Let's do quest. Let me make sure that you're, yeah, no, he's definitely horde. Game event creature. Quest. Yeah, so that's fine. Then yeah, I don't know what's going on there. That should be working as intended. Gotta love when stuff doesn't work as you want it. Quest type 2, mid-level. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of things that you just kind of pick up along the way. But that's cool. Yeah. I learned so much in the few months that I started doing a lot of this stuff, so there's definitely a lot of things that you just kind of have to pick up on. That's the issue, allowable races. Alright, let me see. So yeah, make sure that you have allowable races turned on. I usually don't care about allowable races because the quest giver is usually either Horde or Alliance. So 0 is what I'll go with. Trial and error, dude. Yeah, that is coding to a T. And then you break something and you have to fix something else. Or you implement a certain system and you have to break another system. So I imported Flying in Azeroth, and there's been some issues with mapping in Orgrimmar, so I've had to change things a little bit, but it shouldn't detract from the experience too much. So, for example,
From the ashes I rise to heed my master's call.
the alchemists, it's only Orgrimmar and Stormwind that are affected, by the way, but the alchemy area for professions, I had to put a block over it because there's actually a hill going through it, and I don't have access to some of these assets, so I'm at the mercy of waiting for people to update their maps, and making small changes that I can. But the story is, you talk to the foolish apprentice out front, you ask him what happened here, and yeah, he did something bad apparently. So same thing with the auction house actually, but again, like, you don't really need, because Murky's a part of this repack, you don't really go to the auction house that often unless you're a hardcore player or hard mode player. But in that case, I just moved the auctioneers outside. So move them outside. I put a big block of ice there, and I ask him what happened here, and it tells you what happened. So kind of creates some story. but those are the two issues in Orgrimmar right now. And then there was a hole over here that I patched up as well. So it's just been so much fun. But I have been enjoying Flying in Azeroth. I think it is super dope. So totally worth the small bugs that come with it. So I can fix most things. So let's see. Okay, what am I doing? Yes, I was restarting the server to make sure. Then we're gonna go ahead and get far enough away that, yes. Wow, it's funny that the necrotic crystal moved away. Is that an object or is that a? It's an NPC. Yes, I forgot. Okay, so I'm gonna have to set that to float and fly because it's supposed to be hovering, but that's super easy to fix. All right, starting over. I really need to start figuring out what I don't need to restart the server for, because there's actually a reload all function built into Azeroth Core. I just don't know. I've been used to just stopping and starting it thanks to Sea Mangoes, so.
From the ashes I rise to heed my master's call.
I'll probably get rid of that sound or cut it down. I don't know. Maybe make it an option for people. I thought it was cool at the time, but after mounting up on this mount a million times, it kind of gets old after a while. Let's see. Alright, I need to actually start the event again. So, do that.
Light has abandoned you.
So yeah, players are going to be able to start and stop the event as they choose. They'll get Lich Runes for starting it if they want. Then they'll lose Lich Runes if they stop it and have their experience reset, as well as 2 Lich Runes taken away. So, give and take. See, there's the quest. Alright.
That better be good.
Alkmaar is under attack. Scourge has been invading our city. Has invaded, and our citizens are in a state of panic. 8 runes of teleport. Teleportation. Damn it. This is why I do all my quests. Is because I always have typos, man. And it's a good idea to get into the practice as well. Otherwise, you're releasing garbage that never gets fixed. So, portation. Temporal master flow as quickly as possible. Because it's so hard to actually see the damned quest text in here. So, let's see. So, temporal master flow can be found. Cool. All right. So, calming the chaos, and you'll see that it's under Scourge Invasions. You can start this quest at level 14. It's a level 60 quest, but I don't think it gives that much experience. So, let me see what that is, and I'll fix that too. Obviously, some people are not going to have access to this, so they'll have to go find a reagent vendor. Well, that doesn't seem like it's working. Okay. I think it's because I totally spaced putting in the ID. Nope, that's it. So... yeah, wrong ID. For quests and items, when I want to make new ones, do I just overwrite the existing ones or make new ones with new IDs? So, if you want to modify a quest, obviously you just change that quest. At the beginning, so a while back ago, you weren't here for this, I just said, find a quest that is similar to your quest, that has the faction stuff that you have, or at least you know how to, your faction. And then copy that quest and go from there. That's like the easiest way to do everything, right? That's the easiest way to do spells. You copy an existing spell. It's the easiest way to create a new item. You copy an existing item. So the same is true with quests as well, is what I would say. So, yes, okay. Let's see, look up item. Rune of teleportation. 17031. I am such a dyslexic person. Alright. So I gotta restart the dang thing again. That's the thing with quests, man. It's like so much can go wrong with making quests. You'll miss something. But you'll get better at not missing things, hopefully. Unless you're tired like me. Alright, so looks like the quest is complete, but this thing is still being weird, so I'm going to go ahead and add that into the thing there. Which I think it's this right here, quest completion log. Eight runes of teleportation. So, sorry, I'm going to be restarting and stopping the server a lot here. This is why I don't have people playing on my server right now, by the way. I could probably do this on a virtual machine and have them play that, but I have friends who play on my CMango server still, because I don't do anything with that anymore, so actually delete my cache too, just to make sure. Yeah, I'd say kill quests definitely the easiest ones to do. Escort quests are the biggest pain in the ass, and like flying quests that require you to bomb things, those can be fun. You just have to create a vehicle ID, or yeah, I mean, I guess if it's a predetermined flight path, you'd have to figure that one out too. But let's see, event start.
Your warm flesh will freeze under the shadow of my wings.
Yep, runes of teleportation 8 out of 8. Yeah, I just had friends who wanted to do it. There was some people from YouTube who wanted to join as well, but they didn't really last that long because I think they got fed up with all the restarts. But yeah, I mean, it was my project, man. All right, let's go. All right, so quest number 1 is, I'm on the wrong side. It's okay, I'm a paladin though. Do that.
Who you be?
Okay, I need to add, apparently, so missing dialogue here is from quest details? Quest greeting, let me see. Nope. Somewhere over here. Quest request items. That's probably it. Yeah, so let's see, quest greeting, quest details, quest template. And I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Area description, quest completion log, and objective text 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and add that to the quest items. Oh wait, this is, hold on, help him withdraw. Alright, let's just do that, and then I'm starting over again, sorry. I think there's something else I'm missing, but I will check that later. Okay.
Hey there.
That's fine. I don't really care about stuff here, but you can add, there's a section somewhere in your tables for this.
Later.
Alright, cool. So let's do the next quest, which is I think this one, the duplicate. repeat row with keys. And then I need to remember to remove the race requirement and change the ID to 30,006. I've got a required item that he needs to give me. So let's see. Start item is, what is it? The teleporter. Pickup item. So add item 65002. That doesn't seem right, but I guess it is. I just want to make sure.
Hello, man.
I think I didn't add the correct spell to my teleporter. Alright, let's look at my item real quick, make sure that's fixed. So, item template. Basically all the item does is have a visual for teleporting the NPC. And the NPC spawns like half a second afterwards, or despawns rather. So, 101, that doesn't seem like it should be the issue because maybe, let's see, so teleport issue, yeah, so okay, 1, that's fine. So I screwed up on the other one, so I need to fix those. So this one's 2, this one's 1. And again, I just created custom dummy spells for these that have a cast time and a spell visual. So this one's Chain Lightning. This one is Teleport. And then of course you want to put in which target. For this one it's 25 because I have the restrictions set in Lua. So yeah, cool. Alright, that's fixed. So 6,502. Let me make sure I deleted it. I think I deleted it, right? Maybe not. Okay, so teleporter. And back to quest template. So there's not going to be a follow-up quest to this one, but yeah. So let's see, flags. Again, just make sure that you're checking your flags. This one rewards 2 of those, and then I think did I put the start item in? Hold on. Start item. Dose. So 60. 65002. I need to put a cooldown on it. Actually, I forgot to do that. Let me do that too. Do that for the recharger as well. So putting cooldowns on spells is super simple. I'd rather just do it on the item itself rather than on the spell. If you're just going to be adding it to items, whatever cooldown is longer, whether it's the spell or the item, it'll override. So just keep that in mind. So, let's see, 3. Okay. Shoot. Teleporter, jumper cables, triage, teleporter. Cool. Just a short cooldown, probably like 5 seconds. Everything is typically in milliseconds. There's a couple things that are not in milliseconds, but and this is mostly to prevent people from using the same item on the same NPC, specifically for the bandage quest, but the other one, I guess you can't really use that on the same NPC twice. It's just, I mean, if you're really, really fast with the teleporter, maybe, but they usually should despawn before then anyway. So let's see, quest template again. Okay. That's good. Let me see what the Common Chaos, take the teleport. 8 orgrimmar citizens to safety. And then this one is probably not a good quest description. So I'll just do Notepad++ this time. And I'll make a new one, so file new. And again, if you want to create paragraphs, it's $B, $B. That's it. Port back to Pinterest. I'm not the best with certain WoW accents, but I try to stay in character for things. I did play on Moonguard at one point, but I never RP'd. But I was also an English tutor for a number of years. Okay, I don't need to save that, but at least we have it. And I'm sure I will change that again at some point. So quest description is done. Area description is for, like, I don't know, area triggers. Return to Putris. Let's see, teleport. 8 citizens. And return to Putris. Actually, I need to add a paragraph at the end. Best of luck. Yeah, okay, I did. Good. And then a required NPC. So this is the cool part. I have a Lua that makes everything a shortcut. Save file. So this right here, I thought I annotated this. Maybe it's the other one I annotated. Whatever. This right here is basically the NPC IDs of the NPCs that I can use the spell on for the teleport. The item ID is the teleporter. Spell ID is that. So this item ID checks if you interact with one of the citizens without this item ID, they won't interact with you. They'll tell you to go to Putris. With the spell ID, this is again just to allow you to cast the spell on those creatures. And with the NPCs here, you won't be able to cast this spell on anyone else. So the way you do this is you have on Gossip Hello. If the player has item, then whatever. And they'll say, you know, so yeah, anyway. So if you don't have the item, it'll give you this message. If you, oops, I need to get rid of that. This removes any auras that they have, so if they have any fear auras on them, so the citizens that are sitting there fearing themselves, that'll remove that. It'll give you monster credit for 40 for this one. So these two will give you kill credit for both. That means that you don't have to worry about messing with the individual creature kill credits as well. So that saves you some space in the future if you want to use them for another quest. Cast spell. This makes me cast the spell on the target honestly, the fact that I put the teleporter on a cooldown doesn't really matter because this is the only thing that's going to be casting the spell. And then random dialogue. Actually, I'm gonna need to make sure that no, that's fine. Okay, yeah, I'll double check. I'm gonna have to restrict the spell. Let me. Yeah, I'll figure that out later. Because I don't think I restarted my server for that one. But basically, I need to restrict the spell from being cast on anything, except for those specified NPCs. The problem, though, is... Okay, I got the solution. We're good. So I actually have to take the spell off of the item, and that's fine. I will just do this. So, slight changes. Because otherwise, you'll be able to cast this spell on them. If I try to restrict this spell on those NPCs, then I won't be able to do it normally anyway, so that's fine. Item 2. Okay. Straightforward. That's done. Now I don't need to worry about that. And why did I get out of SQL? Dang it. Go ahead and shut down my server while I'm doing this. So yeah, and then there's 2 dialogue options. Once you cast the spell on them, they'll say thank you for helping me. Very well then, thank you for your help. Anywhere is better than here right now. It's one of these 3 options that'll cycle through. And then the gossip completes and the creature will despawn in 4,500 milliseconds. But the spell cast is for 4 seconds. So that's why I added a little bit of a cushion in there. I could probably change this to 250, 4250, and that'd be fine. Or 4150 even, but yeah. So, and then these are just the hooks. But if you look at my repository, you can find all these there. Let's see. Start. Get rid of you. Then for the follow-up quest, I'm probably not going to add to the game event quest table. Just doesn't make sense. I mean, if you can't pick up the first one, anyway. Let's see. So back to the quest. Start item. This has me drop items at the beginning. In fact, yes, okay. Citizens, got to require 8 of them, and I think that's pretty much it. Objective text I'll change. Teleport. Citizens. And then I will go ahead and look at my creature, my quest template add-on. I'm going to make sure that it's flagged for repeatable daily, which is right here. Sorry, let's see. So next quest ID. It's a good idea to put next and previous quest IDs in here as well. So 300,006. And this is the 300,005. Provided item count 1, because there is one provided item this time. And that's it. So, quest request items is the next thing that we'll do. This is 6. And I'm going to steal from quest offer reward, sorry. That's where the missing stuff was, by the way. Alright, so I'll go ahead and do the quest offer as well as the request items, just to make it like more complete. And then if you want to use the character's name, it's just $bill and the capital N, unless you don't want it to be capitalized. So there's that. And then if you want to have an emote on complete, you can do that. I don't know all the numbers for these. I'm just going to keep it as is and see what it is, and then change it from there if I need to. So there's that. Okay, so quest request items, that's good. And then quest reward, offer reward is 6. And I'm just trying to think of what kind of person Putris is, because it doesn't seem like he'd really care too much about the citizens. So yeah, just put whatever reward text you want. So very well done. You managed to, save X citizens. Commend you for your bravery. Blah blah blah. Here, take this for your troubles. Or something, right? And that's it. Verified build does not matter, ever. So that should be it for that quest, and that's complete quest. And we're going to go ahead and see how it all comes together now. Except I need to make sure that I add the creature start quest and creature end quest as well. So let's do that. So creature quest ender, or maybe it's just quest creature ender. Let's see. Quest ender. Great. That was for Thule. I need that ID for his quest starter. Duplicate row with keys, as always. 3006. 30,006? Was it 300,006? I'll figure that out in a sec. Sorry, I got those flipped. Make sure. Quest ender. Yep, 30,000. Quest item. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look at that in that. Oh, let me look. Creature quest item. I've not done a whole ton of custom quests for Azeroth Core. Most of those were done in Sea Mangos, and I got so sick of making quests that I just haven't done a whole lot. Let's see. So, creature quest item. I'm betting that this is like a flag for their loot. So entry of the creature that drops the quest items when the related quest is active. So I don't need that. Great. So cleared my cache. And then I need the quest ender, obviously. So quest starter was Putris, who has a... I just need to remember all of these. There he is. That's what we want. So quest, creature quest ender. And duplicate row with keys again. Add the quest, add the NPC. And double check your work because you don't want to keep logging in and out like me. That's it. Let's go ahead and try it out. So I find it easiest to, if you can manage it, to always just try to get creature kill credit even if you're not killing said creature. So if you're casting a spell on said creature, do it this way. Use my script. Super simple. If you're doing Sea Mangos, you actually have a table for required spell casts for quests. Azeroth Core does not. It does, but it's like super roundabout. So counting the chaos. All right, so new item, and yeah, start the event again.
Your warm flesh will freeze under the shadow of my wings.
All right. Then I just go around looking for people to talk to. So, scared citizens, again, I really like the fear effect above their heads because it makes them a little bit easier to find. Oops, hold on. So anytime you can actually make your quest NPCs a little bit easier to find,
Greetings,
I think it's a good
traveler.
thing. Okay, so that is the wrong spell visual. Okay, that's fine though. It worked. It's just... Actually, did I get kill credit for that? Yes, I did. Cool. Alright, so the issue was I didn't check to see what the visual actually looked like prior to doing it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that here with this. So 263 is the visual that I'm actually looking for, which looks like I had some weird visual. So I want to make sure that it works. I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, so she technically dies. But if you have your GM off, you won't see her dead and stuff. So... here comes my bots. To make all the noise in the world. Alright. So, yeah, let me... I think I went ahead and exported that already, didn't I? Let's see. Export checked to DBCs. Then you go ahead and go to your spell exports. For this one, It probably doesn't matter so much that I put it in the DBC file because visuals are pretty much client-side, but I like to remain consistent. Let's go ahead and do that. Delete the cache. And then we're going to go ahead and open up our custom patch, which this is a patch that everyone will get. Got a lot of cool, unique icons in here. So let's see. Yes, spell. DB files client, spell DBC, override, close MPQ, exit out, and start over after you've cleared your cache. Cool. So let's try the next one. Just got GM turned on because I'm making sure that the functionality actually works. So talk to him. It's not safe here. I can teleport you to safety. And unfortunately, it's an instant cast for some reason. I think it's because I set it to true. So let me look. Our villager. Yeah, so this variable right here, true or false, this means that it's either instant cast and free or not. So I typically just set it to true, but I gotta reload the script, stop the event, start the event. Go from there. All right. Where did I put some more of you? There's one.
Well met. May the eternal sun shine upon me.
Except, you know what else I screwed up on? I made the creature cast the spell. Alright, let's do player. Player needs to cast the spell. Event stop 17. Event start 17. Of course, she dies. Not really. Then let's just delete you because the delete. I don't need more creatures to freaking add to the city.
What are you looking for?
Actually, did I reload the script? Yes, I did.
McGraw.
No, I didn't. Alright. Yes. Actually, I need to put the target in there too, I think. Maybe. Hold on. Here's another one.
Speak, friend. Go forth to victory.
Yep. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. except I'll probably extend that a little bit more, back to 4,500. Actually 750 is fine. No, 650, alright.
Glory to the Horde.
Load scripts again. Yeah, I try to annotate all my scripts for people to read. It's not always the case, but I try. Probably gotta put some shaman up there casting lightning bolts and chain lightnings and stuff too, because I think the visuals for having archers shooting him is super cool as well, to be honest. So, let's see. Think I have any citizens in here. There's Gammon. A lot of this stuff won't be here there, so GM off. And they should be breaking in through the front gates here shortly. In fact, let's take a look.
From the ashes I rise to heed my master's
See,
call.
they're right there. Here they come all at once. Sort of. Alright, let's keep looking. Might need to add more NPCs because it seems like it's a little bit sparse. Oops. Well, that's where I die. So if you're going around with a group of friends, it shouldn't be as bad.
Greetings.
There we go.
Thrall Hall. May your blades never dull. What do you need?
Perfect. So, that's partially why I put the grunts and berserkers throughout the cities so that you can just run to them. So I'm going to add another one right here. Just wrong one. It's a good idea to remember what NPCs you're working with. Cool. Run away! See, changing target now. So yeah, I mean, it's not impossible to get around the city. It's just very hard. And it's a lot easier if you have mech wings, because then you can just go above everything for the most part. But I like that there's essentially two different encounters for the city. There's the ground forces and the flying forces, and you can choose to deal with either one. He just wrecked those archers. Alright. He's gonna wreck this one too. Probably. Oh, you know what? So I reloaded scripts halfway, which means his abilities are not working. I was wondering why. I should probably move him down a little bit for that waypoint, but that's okay. Alright. That's something else I'll change too. I need to have the spell ignore line of sight and actually just cast regardless. So... always in line of sight is what I'll set it to. And then go ahead and export that. And back.
Pleased to meet you.
Alright, let's turn in the quest and we'll go ahead and make the next one. Just in time too, because all the scourge are coming in. Oops, I hate that visual camera thing.
Strength and honor.
That better be good.
And then I can start the next one. So, yeah. But that's basically the process for me, at least. The next quest is for the turrets, which will be, and I think I actually did annotate this one, so I'll show you how this works. No, I didn't. Oh my hell. I think I showed you guys how this one works already, actually. So yeah, you have your spell ID, you cast it on said targets, has a chance to not work, and let's do 1 in 3 chances. And yeah, so pretty good. I want to do something a little bit different. I want to add a weapon to him. I tend to get sidetracked like this, but what's his name? Gul'dan, right? There's got to be, I remember there being... Yes. Skull of Gul'dan. Which is actually a trinket, I forgot about that. I thought there was his staff in the game. I could be wrong. Maybe I needed to import it. But there are other staves I could use. One of those is probably going to just be something from Nax for an undead. Basically, this is all done through the creature equip template. Kalsad, let's see what you have. Journey's End. There's the... Oh, that's more of a druid type staff. Dang it. Maybe we'll go with Ice Crown. Lung is a good option. Distant Land, I don't think that's been updated, or maybe it has, yeah. Distant Land might actually be good. Let's do that one. Kabidum, Distant Land. Let me see if there's a different visual. It's the same. So we're gonna go ahead into creature template, creature equip template, and this is the right-handed item, left-handed item ranged. And let's see, your item ID, I think it's 46, or your NPC ID rather. 40046. Item 1 is just so you're aware, some NPCs obviously can't, the visual doesn't work for them. Hold on. 6-4. Dyslexic again, man. Okay. And then there is the creature template add-on, which controls essentially what stance they're going to be in, if they're going to have their weapon out, like, and ready, or if they're going to have it on their back. So, I kind of want to just have him keep it on his back, but I'm also okay with him just holding it in his hand. Yeah, let's have him hold it in his hand. Let's see. So what is the... We go into creature template add-on. Melee, prepared melee in hands. So that's bite 2. And an emote if the creature should continually perform something. Basically a list of emotes, more or less. So, yes, duplicate row of keys 6-4, and that was Dinkledork. So I could give him wings if I wanted to. I don't think they would work. I did give my personal Dinkledork NPC wings. Basically, she's the hard mode starter. Alright, cool. Let's try that out, and we'll go from there.
Lukta.
I try to show you guys as much as I can in one session. That's why I really hate doing waypoints as part of my stream. But it's good to do on occasion. I didn't want to do all 2,000 waypoints on stream though, because no one wants that. Alright. So if their visual's not updating, you just gotta delete the NPC and add them. For most people, it'll update. For me, I have a certain bug that requires me to update the NPC. There you go. It's not too shabby, I'd say. So, probably gonna move him a little bit more over here. NPC move. That way he's a bit more visual. Maybe I'll move that elite. I'm gonna move that elite. You can go over here. And Futurist can go over there.
May the light embrace you.
Forsaken.
Yes, you are. I'm trying to line them up with that one. And I don't want you clipping, so let's do a little bit further forward, maybe.
Hello.
So, think about Forsaken and
Mokra.
I was trying to think if I want to move it any other
Secret
NPC
path of the
potentially.
light.
This had better be good.
It might just be better to have him back here, but just the lighting is a lot better, I feel like.
Greetings.
That's okay. It's all the small details that probably don't matter a whole lot to most people, but they go far away, far for me, so. Alright, and that's it.
From the ashes I rise to heed my master's
So
call.
I'll add more citizens off stream that run around. I'm going to be adding some more archers over here, probably dark rangers. Oh, the event is not going on anymore. But yeah, it'll be good.
Your warm flesh will freeze under the shadow of my wings.
So yeah, if you get a temporary mount, you can fly up here, grab a turret, or you can go down there, grab a shredder, start shredding things, right? But the gargoyles come in pretty quick, so it's probably a good idea. Hold on. Sorry. Oops. I'm not a good shot at all. And they'll attack your stuff. So, yeah, I tried to make the HP balanced enough. And then you can also repair yourself every 45 seconds. It's not a full health repair, but it's close enough. You also get a shield. So if the boss is in front of you and about ready to frost breath you, that's a good option. And then the flaming turrets leave a patch of flame on the ground as a dot. They're obviously more effective for, you know, ground forces, but might actually change up some of the turrets over there on the front gates just so we can have some flame turrets there. But I just killed a bunch of his whelps. So yeah, just pay attention for the frost breath. Probably gonna die before that happens. Yep. Alright. Run away. There's the frost breath. Again, I probably have to move him down a little bit further, but that's okay.
From the ashes I rise to heed my master's call.
It's honestly just a ton of tweaking over time. That's really what the event is all about. And where are my ground forces? So, got gargoyles there, you got big baddies coming in, you got your death knights coming in, all in a line. Essentially. And they drop the anti-magic zones periodically. Oops, run away. The Valkyrie are coming in too. Damn it. So yeah, very unsafe in the city. I would say as soon as they make it into the front gates, just run back. Then yeah, he'll cast that crap all throughout the city. And the reason why is because I have these invisible bunnies that he targets like that. So yeah, just watch your step, I guess. What a bloody mess. Bloody mess in a good way or a bad way. But yeah, it's just one of those things. And then he'll fly over here, kill a bunch of things, fly over there, and kill a bunch of things as well. So
From the ashes I rise to heed my master's call.
it's all good. How you doing, Martins? Yeah. So I thought you had a new portrait, so I didn't recognize you at first. Maybe I'm just wrong, but I might add an additional ability for the flame turrets because I feel like they're kind of underutilized right now, but that's okay. So yes. All right. Well, I got 2 quests done. The next quest obviously is going to be this recharge one. I'm just going to go ahead and copy the quest for, you know what, where are the engineers in this city? Because I'll have the players go to the engineers to get the recharge thing. Good morning, man. It is morning, it's like 1 AM over here. What time is it for you there?
Sug.
Let's see. Engineering.
Go
Oh yeah, you're all the way over there. I'm just gonna take some notes and do some of these quests tomorrow. Yeah. What I would like to do is like when the boss comes over here or like enters a zone, have little ice blocks appear out of nowhere, like item ice block. Oops. Really? Item block ice. Chip. Alright. Old spices. Wait a minute. Look up object. Nice stone. Yes. Nope, not that one. Here he comes. So yeah, I try to keep the Frostbrood whelps a very big range of levels, just so lower level players can kill them if they want. Let's see, so ice wall, doodad, maybe that's the one. Nope, that's not the one. Oh my heck. Oops, I'm gonna die. Poor guy. Poor guy. Alright, let's see, so... Ice block. There we go. So I'd like to have these appear, except apparently when you click them, they disappear. Let me... Huh, interesting. But maybe I could do something with that. Who knows? I feel like I have probably too many assets in Orgrimmar right now, especially with that big ass spell that slows everything down. But I think pretty much the only things that I'm going to add
From the ashes I rise to heed my master's
is,
call.
let's see, object, red. I need to put a warning right here because there's, you can fall through this. Hold on, let's see. So, spawn. Spawn. delete those real quick. Trying to make sure that people are aware of certain things in the area. And I can't, you know, I can't fix everything prior to release, so there's just things that I have to make sure people are aware of. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Dang it, can't remember. So yeah, finally added some pathing up here for him. I still need to move him down on some areas, but that's okay. And then let me see where the rest of the Scourge are. Cannonballs, yeah, that was another thing I was going to add. Cannonball, maybe. Yeah. Like a pile of cannonballs, that's what I want. Fell cannonball stack. Nah, not those. Could have. Well, those aren't spawning properly. Yeah, I don't know. This is like the decorative stuff that probably doesn't matter to most people. But there we go. That's what I wanted. Something like that. Scarlet Cannonball. That's hilarious. And then it disappears. Obviously, I'd have to make something custom that doesn't disappear, but... yeah, with the wandering bots. Actually, did he have something else that was new? Let's see. So I've messed around with them somewhat. But 3 hours ago. Let's see if there is something else that he did though. Have you tried it out yet? The wandering bots? I tried it out for a minute, but I can only have 20 right now because I need to create more bots, but I've been having ChatGPT actually make the bots for me, so I don't have to randomize some of the stuff, but let's see. So, enable all warnings for and want disable spawning wandering blade masters, good. High level wandering bots being spawned in low level areas. Fix high level bots randomly selecting low level gear. Oh good, so these are quick ones. I think this is so good. Like even if this is the only functionality that I get, I'd be happy with that because open world PvP is now available, essentially. BGs would be a nice thing too, but teleport workaround for wandering bots trying to go below ground. Raise gear generation rate. Add more gear generation. Back to load. Prevent wandering bots from trying to reach node where they died. Yeah, so I mean this is just a bunch of fixes right now, which is really good. Yeah, that's kind of where I did. I messed with it for like all of 1 hour, and then I was like, okay, cool, awesome. And that was it. Like, I'm hyped for it, but yeah, I'd rather things be at least somewhat stable before I start messing with things. Are you able to attack what? Yeah, you're able to attack the NPC bots. For sure. You'll get wrecked. And probably because so there's some settings in this is probably off topic, but there's some settings that you can mess with in Azeroth Core with the NPC bots that allows you to kind of change their reaction time, and you probably should mess with that if you plan on PvPing with them. Let's see, NPC update delay base. So this is the base delay between AI bot cycles. Allows you to increase reaction time and slow down bots in general. It's really good if you want to do that for PvP. I'd highly recommend at least putting like 1 second on there, maybe 5, you know, half a second. A millisecond would be fine. Or sorry, yeah, 500 milliseconds. And then you could probably just nerf some of their damage, but they're super efficient at PvP because they're bots. But player bots are garbage at PvP, so I don't know. It's kind of a nice change to have bots that kick your ass in PvP. So yeah, it'll be good. And then I'm sure, I'm not sure.
As I rise to heed my master's call.
I'm not sure if they grant honor. I haven't figured that out. But it probably doesn't matter right now, since it would only be open world PvP. Oh. Yep. Wrecked. Run away. But yeah, there's so much potential for good shit. I really hope that he doesn't go in the direction of RP with them. I don't really care about the role-playing elements of player bots so much, but I do like having open world PvP. So I don't know. As long as he, I guess, as long as he fixates on the stuff that like
Be good.
really matters first, which is obviously open world PvP and battlegrounds. I think it'll be good. You can defeat one, yeah, 1v1, but a 2v2 is impossible for me. That's fine tuning. Yeah, yeah. The heck. So funny. Yeah, that's something very much to look forward to. So, because that's something the community's been asking for ages, and I think that if he's successful, NPC bots will definitely be outperforming player bots in terms of popularity, which I think is a shame that they're not already. I think they don't get as much credit as they should. Because I hated raiding with player bots, man. Like you'd have to nerf bosses to all hell, but I really enjoyed raiding with NPC bots in Kyle's repack, so yeah, that was good. You are a liar. You are a yellow mob and you attacked me. What is that? Probably because I have the wrong faction. Oh, no, maybe not. It seemed like he attacked me. I don't know. BG nodes for bots to move around and basic logic for flag carriers. And yeah, and that's something that's not a big deal. I mean, kind of is, but I'd say like the more complicated the battlegrounds obviously are going to be more difficult, but you could do Arathi Basin really easily. You can do Warsong Gulch extremely easily. Especially since Warsong Gulch is just pick up a flag you know. And then you have to randomize the bot actions a bit so that they don't all just go for the same stuff. Yeah, so auto balance is definitely in my repack. I think the Scourge events will probably end up being better as a result if you use auto balance. That said, a lot of the creatures NPs, their health is scripted in, so I don't know if auto balance will pick up on that, but at least you won't be as wrecked, and you can actually do damage to the mod. So I think it would be a good addition. But yep, I just don't use it personally, but I see the appeal. So yeah, definitely a thing. Yeah, I mean, the reason why I added all these things, again, is just to make sure low-level players can participate. So, because I prefer evergreen content that you can just do at any level, to some extent. Do I have... I think I have GM mode turned on. Yeah. I was like, why are they not attacking me? Oops. Ten raids. Yeah. So I would rather... Sorry, I turned off my sound for just a second. I would rather raids be 40 man, all of them, but that's just me. I don't mind having to gear up that many bots. But I mean, I do coding, so yeah, I have a lot of patience for that kind of stuff. Seems like you guys are not dealing a whole lot of damage to me. So I'm going to look into that. I think what they're doing is they're attempting to target my player rather than the... I've got a way to fix that though, probably. I'm not too worried about it if it stays broken for a minute though. But yeah, I mean, I'm good with 25 bots at least. Except when stuff breaks and then you have to start over with all your bots because you lost your data or something, you know, I don't know. Or there's like some update that came along and yeah. Those are not fun. But I wish there was an add-on that allowed you to at least view the list of items that bots spew at you when you ask them to show you all your gear. I wish there was an add-on that allowed you to view them as a paper doll, essentially, because I feel like having that visual would be a lot better. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna create a buff. I'm gonna attach a buff to the shredder buff so that I don't get threat as a player. That should be sufficient. Try to remember what I used for Illyria though. Salve is what I used. Yeah. Problem is I think it's permanent. Let's see. Yeah, see, he's trying to attack my character rather than... Alright, let's fix that real quick before I go to bed. So, looking up salve. What is it called? Salve. Yes, Hand of Salvation. This one. Apply aura. Spell aura mod threat. -91. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of that. It should only affect my character, not the actual. Yeah, have a good time at work, dude. And I'm hyped too. I think the bot changes are going to be awesome. So, let's see, refurbished shredder. All right, so I already have that. I don't know if I need the dummy. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I don't want to ruin this spell. All right, I'm gonna make sure to take a picture. Yeah, let's do that. So that I don't break anything. Hold on. Then I gotta go back and see. So, refurbished buff. That's what I'll call you. Just adding my desktop. Then I gotta go find salve again. Hold on. That's not it. That's not it. It's this one. No, it's not. It's this one. Nope. It is. It's one of you. Ah, there we go. Sorry. Alright, so screenshot again. And back to the refurbisher. And this is, I think this is the only thing that really matters, is target unit, target any, control the vehicle. Whereas this one doesn't matter so much, I don't think. So we'll find out. And actually we'll do -99 or -100. -101. So 0 threat. And yeah, so let's do that. 10, and then misc value is 127 for some reason. And that's it. That should be it. I just want to see if that fixes the issue, and if it causes additional issues, we'll fix that too. You can always create a spell trigger for other stuff, but this would be the easiest fix. I don't think that shredders are actually properly working anyway in Wrath, so maybe this will also fix those. I think I exported that, right? Just do it again, just in case I didn't. Alright. Cheese grater memory, that's me. And server's down, good. Let's go ahead and open up Lattice MPQ. Going into our patch. Go to my export folder. Put it in my DBC folder with my server. And put it in here too. Start the server again. Yeah, so only Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor have movement bots at the moment. So if you try to get bots in Outland or Northrend to wander around, it won't work. I'll show them off soon, but let's see. So. Alright. Well, that didn't work the way I wanted it.
Your warm flesh will freeze under the shadow of my wings.
I got what you.
Alright, I have functionality, that's good. And we're gonna go ahead and see. I don't think the Arch, no, it won't persist, alright. Jam it off. Yeah, I'd say that mostly fixed the issue. So, the only other thing I can really think of that I could do is maybe make an invisibility aura, so that I'm invisible, because obviously they still, what's the word? Icy touched me. That sounded dirty. So yeah, Icy Touch, which is a single target ability, right? So, but that's pretty close.
Hey, yeah.
I also made the buff visible just so I can make sure that I actually have it, but I'll have to look at the yeah. So it's only once I start actually attacking with my shredder. That's good though. Alright, cool. Heal me. Oh man, I'm so close to being dead. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, that's fixed. I don't even know where the spawn location is. Yeah, something I would love to do for this event is, you remember the Death Knight starter zones where the Valkyr come and resurrect you periodically? I'm trying to remember the name of that buff, because then I can kind of apply something similar for the events. It would make running back less painful, and you wouldn't have to wait 5 minutes for dying repeatedly. So, let's see, I think it's Lich King's something or other. Grasp the Lich King, Wrath of the Lich King. And Gift to the Lich King, maybe. Raise Wolves from the Dead of Lordaeron. Lich King's Fury, Lich King's Stun. Shield of the Lich King. Valk. Yeah, I'll have to play through the quest line, I guess, at some point and figure that out, unless one of you guys know. Summon Valkyr. It's not what I want. Yeah, that's okay. Oh man, almost. Not quite. Except I need to re-equip those because I'm not getting the healing buff. There we go. So yeah. Alright, I am going to be heading off to bed. I hope you guys learned something new about quests and creating events and trying to fix bugs and spells and stuff. So feel free to message me on Discord if you have any questions. More than happy to help as always.